There we go. There's a catfish. Just gonna fish for them in this flooded river here. They pool up in this shallow eddy behind this, I don't know, I guess it's an island kind of. When it floods up, because it goes from around a foot deep to maybe 2.5 feet deep. I'm just free-lining raw rotten chicken into that slack water right there, right next to the current break. Getting some pretty fast hits. They're definitely stacked up in there. I had a 3-way slip sinker rig tied on here already. That's why that barrel swivel's hanging off. But I left the weight off just to free-line the bait, so I didn't need any weights, especially in the slack water. I don't got a net with me though, so I'm just gonna have to beach them. This is just a small guy. Do some bass fishing and then some catfish fishing. Maybe I'll move downriver later, do some catfishing down there. We'll see. This is just a smaller channel cat. Get a grip on him here. Maybe a 23 incher right around there. It's just a hair over 23. Got another one on. And they fight so hard in the current, even the small ones. It's awesome. Gotta not hork them though. Gotta just be gentle. Oh man, chicken's hot, getting a hit every 30 seconds probably. That raw chicken smells really, really sour when it gets rotten. It's a good bait, especially right here. You know, upstream and downstream, I have better baits, and there's better baits for big channel cats, and I'd use them if it was easy to legally. It's very hard to find a good cut bait legally, but I'm working on it. But, you know, this chicken's really good for like medium-sized channel cats. Caught who knows how many, between 26 and 30 on it, you know. Crazy amount. Probably hundreds, you know, in the last couple of years. In the 26 to 30 range on this chicken mostly. Once in a while you get one over 30, but it's rare with the chicken. This guy's really dogging it. Ugh. Sometimes they fight like really feisty, like go in circles really fast and then will rip drag to the left and to the right. And sometimes they just dog it and act really heavy like this guy. I'm sure he's not as heavy as he seems, but sometimes they have like two ways of fighting, it seems like. Sometimes with a serious attitude, and sometimes they really just hunker down. Might be a decent one. Bigger than the last one. Yeah, he's okay sized. Let's see if I can... Oop, shoot. There we go. Yeah, 26, 27. You know, decent average channel cat for the chicken. Just a little over 27. Probably 27 and an eighth. Nice, decent guy. There we go. He's running with it. Just picked it up. Make sure he still has it. Yep. Feels like another smaller guy. I love it when it floods. Most of my summer tricks for catching, you know, good numbers and sometimes good sized fish are reliant on the water going up and down. You can see all the logs and crap caught in the dam there. It's pretty much flooded, you know. Whenever it's flooded enough where I see waves coming up on the shore, you know it's good and flooded. Kind of like the ocean. Once the water goes over this cement thing, and it's pretty close, there's some serious waves, probably like, I don't know, a foot, and they just keep washing on shore. This was a really, really rotten piece of chicken. Really rotten. I reused it a ton of times, refroze it a ton of times, let it sit out in the warm for days, you know, out in the driveway, in a bag. Man, just love that, like, super sour, rotten smell. Nope, not in the cement. Just ease them up here. There we go, guy's tail. Yeah, 24, 25 probably. Another small guy. It's dead on 26. Oh baby, that's a fish. That's definitely a fish. Awesome. That's a heavier one. And he's just lumbering there in that current. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, man, a bigger one. Please, as big as he feels, it's not just those rapids there. Hopefully. Feels better than all the other ones so far. Yeah. That's a better cat for sure. I would guess. He is really staying down and heavy. I think because he's actually heavy. Not just attitude, I think he's just heavy. Hopefully. Gotten quite a few 30 inches this year. It's been probably over a year since I've gotten a low mid 30s though. Well, I guess 30 inches count as low 30s, but what I'm saying is I'd love to see a really big one. Love to see an upper 30s. A lot less likely on this chicken than cut bait, but hey, he's gonna make another run. You know, they're usually better sized when they start making runs on this rig. Normally they don't do that. They just kind of hork them in. The 27, 28s, you know. We'll see here. He might not be a huge one. Might just be a decent one. Sometimes it's hard to tell. He's fighting better than the others though, that's for sure. Just want to ease him in here. Don't want no BS. Don't cut me off on any rocks there. There's a lot of rocks under the water here. With all the tension, when they go past it, once in a while they'll slice you. Right on the rock edge. Yeah, he looks like a decent one. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Wow, look at that cat. It's a solid catfish. Not a monster, but a nice solid cat. Real thick. He's just 30 inches, but he's got a pretty impressive head on him. You know? Spawned out, he's probably 9.5 pounds. Pre-spawn, he might be, I don't know, 15, somewhere around there. Depends how bulky he gets, you know, where he's at, I guess. If he was a lake fish, I could see him pushing 15 pre-spawn. Shoot. Stuck in some junk there. Oh, shoot. That's why that's popping like that. That's what happens when they get under a log or something. There's a lot of logs floating around. It's gonna chew up the line a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to pull them out. There we go. Now he's out. There we go. Now that other log's in the way. Got a cat and a log. It's flood fishing, man. Now that the line's all chewed up though, you gotta take it easy on them, you know? Give them a little bit more play, and that's how you lose a fish. Let your line get all chewed up and expect it to be just as strong as it normally is. Got a nice slow action rod though, or medium slow, something like that. Absorbs a lot of those punches those cats give, especially when you get them close. They do that tail swish sometimes, man. Puts a lot of stress on the line when they do that right up close. This little 2.5 foot deep pool, man. The middle of summer when it's low, you can see right through it and there's no fish in it. It's only when it floods up. This place is really dynamic. You know, these fish follow these current breaks and sit in the slack waters, but it completely depends on the water level. Normally they'd be out there in the tail waters right there where it's deeper when the water gets low. They spread out during these floods. Same with other fish too. Play them out here. Yeah, another decent one, I guess. Not that big, but okay sized. Upper 20s. Yeah, probably around 27. It's a pretty skinny 28 1/8. So another decent one. And this one just barely hit the water and something started taking it out. Crazy. It was probably in the water for 5 seconds, maybe. Super hot action. Most of the other hits were within 2 minutes, more often like 30 seconds, but some of them were probably 2 minutes. You know, if you're fishing a small pool like this, especially with some current swirling around in it, that scent really gets in there fast. If there's a lot of cats stacked up, if they want it, man, they hit it fast usually. In a small pool like this. It's been my experience at least. I've fished bigger pools and had just as hot action on these really stinky rotten chicken pieces. This is just a little guy. This is a really little guy. Wow. He's just about 21 and a half. And he caught that junk too. Shoot. I don't know what that is. Something underwater there, man. They keep swimming under when they grab the bait. Yeah. Try and pull him out of this, I guess. Just like the last one. There we go. I think he's out. Awesome. I think I'm thinning them out a little bit. It's like a hit every 5 minutes now, which is pretty slow. But more will keep moving up in, you know. All these pools are connected and they'll just keep moving around. Sure, by night there'll be another 5 to 10 in here. Or at least by tomorrow for sure, I would say. Just like the bass. They do the same thing. Stack up in these eddies and eat the minnows, and then you catch them out, and then sometimes 6 hours later there's another good one in there. Sometimes it takes a whole day, you know. Get me out of that current there. Just play them out. Don't feel like losing any fish today. Might as well take it easy on them. He's rolling on the rocks there. It's no good. Keep the rod a little higher. It's kind of like a shelf right here where it goes down in rocks. He's scraping on them. I don't want the line to get cut. I'll hold the rod tip a little higher. Yeah, another small, decent one, I guess. Just a bit of a fighter. Go pick him up over here. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shoot. There we go. Got him. Yeah, decent one, I suppose. Around 28. It's dead on 28, believe it or not. Gets that one real close. To the 1/10 of an inch, man. There's another one. Man, that was another real fast hit. They might just be stacking back up so fast that I can't keep up with them. It's a fair chance because it's so flooded. I mean, normally when I fish that big pool for cats, I get around 10. So, you know, and that's kind of the same trend here. Usually get like around 10 out of these pools when I fish them at night. But maybe because it's so flooded, they're coming out from all the way across and pushing up to the edges. Maybe. I don't know. Just a theory. I could be wrong. But if that's the case, there could be a lot more pushing in. I don't know, it's just strange that it's still super hot. Good number. This is another small guy. It's very consistent though, man. Chicken is very consistent in getting 26 to 30 inchers. Get a few small ones. Once in a while you get one over 30. Rarely, but it happens. But just slam the 26 to 30s. 24 incher. Oh wow, feisty one. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Some of them really dog it, stay down and heavy, and some of them roll and do circles and do like really tight pirouette things. Just Sometimes I do both, but usually it's one or the other. Take it easy on him while he's in the current there. And might just be me, but the water seems muddier. Really muddy now. Might have been like this when I got here, hard to remember. I don't know if it could get much muddier though. Got like a 2-inch visibility. Really flooded, man. Nope. Oh. I don't know if he's quite ready yet. Try and lift him up here so he doesn't catch on those rocks. Oh, he's going for another shoot. Drag's getting kind of sticky. Going for another little run. I'll try and bring him back. He's a fighter. Man, good catfishing. Super hot. Super hot. Probably averaging like 30-second hits, maybe a minute, something like that. Good stuff. No, he's not very big. He's another small guy. I thought he's a little bigger than that. He felt a little heavier. Maybe average. Oops. No. Oh. Quick release. It's probably like, I don't know, he might have been 26, 27. Tighten down that drag a bit. I'm probably going to count that last fish because I got a hand on him, on his tail before he slipped out and got away. I guess if you touch him it might count. Well, what's the IGFA rule? If you hold a leader or something? Something like that. This is just a little guy. I already got him up here. No, don't go in that. I had ya. Shoot. Go right in there. Awesome. Perfect. That's a good spot for you. Yeah, another small guy. This guy's right on 25 and a half. Back pool's been so hot that I haven't even had a chance to try the front pool yet. Casted it in there, got an instant hit. So stacked up right now, man. Crazy. Oh, that's a real dark one. Wow. Another beauty. Probably not a big one, but gotta be careful here. Once they get into those rapids, man, they put some serious stress on the line. If they get into them. Once in a while, they just go cruising right into that, and if you got your drag set wrong, that's when they'll snap you. Man, look how pretty that one is. It's so dark. Awesome. You know, it's not like that pool was getting slow either. I just wanted to try this one. They're both still red hot. Great action. Not very big, but real pretty one. Another 25 and a half. There we go. Tugging on it real lightly. And I love going bait fishing when you can only keep up with one rod. It's the best. And another small guy. Let's go around back here. Maybe he doesn't. Dogging it. bring him up here. Good day to forget my net, I guess. Just under 23 and a half. There's another one. Just switching back and forth between the pools out of boredom, I guess. Just trying something new. They're both really hot. You know, this one's a little bit easier though because it's less snaggy. Whenever you cast upstream into something, whether you're using lures or bait or whatever, is generally, you know, as long as you're hitting the bottom, it's more snaggy because the current pushes you into the rocks. And when you're fishing downstream, the opposite happens. It floats over the cracks more often instead of getting caught in them, sucked into them. It's like a general rule. Shoot me over that rock there. Awesome. All right, here we go. Gotcha. Feisty guy. Around average. Real torn up fin. It's a 26 and a quarter. Oh man, starting to get tired. I don't know how many I caught, but whatever number it is, I did it in a few hours. So I think this is pretty good fishing. I mean, if you spread that out over the whole day, I'm gonna run out of bait here soon, but if I did this for the whole day, you could imagine how many total that would be. It'd be a good number. Cats. Real hot action, man. This is just a little guy. Little feisty guy. Just under 25 and a half. There we go. There's a cat. Took it under that snag again. There we go. Got him. He's free. Almost positive I'm gonna run out of bait before I run out of cats. Pretty sure they just keep moving up. More of them. It's just endless. Endless catfish, man. The action hasn't really slowed down at all. Still getting a hit within a minute usually. Another smaller guy. Oh. It's right around 24. There he is. He was just sitting there chewing on it. He ran with it for a few feet and then I was just wondering if he dropped it. He was just eating it. Oh man. Arms are getting tired. Too many catfish. Too many. Ugh. Ease him on over into this shallow spot here. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Gotcha. Yeah, probably 26-ish. 25 and a half. Oh man, I only have one piece of bait left after this fish. So, almost time to get out of here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might run some errands, maybe I'll try and catch some more catfish sometime today, I'm not sure. I have other bait, so I could hit other spots on this river, but this is the magic bait for this spot. So, this spot's coming to an end here. You know, the cats are still hitting just as hot, just about. Instead of 30 seconds, it's a couple minutes, but they're still here. There's still more of them either pushing in or here in general. Yeah, another smaller guy. Maybe average, somewhere around there. Just under 26. There we go. There's a cat. So, evening now. I went and ran some errands and brought back more bait. I got some chicken fat and 3 tubs of chicken livers just to try out. I never really used chicken livers. I mean, I've read a lot about them though. They're good for small cats and whatever. That's basically what I'm getting with the rotten chicken though, is small, medium-sized cats mostly. You know, up to low 30s, nothing monstrous. So, just brought the liver over to see if I could get some more numbers. The good thing about liver though is it's really cheap compared to the chicken breast. Yeah, figure I'd just try it out. So far, all I'm noticing is the hits are way slower. This guy took about 10 minutes, probably. And the breast, it was like about a minute average, maybe. He's just under 25. Here we go. That one didn't take quite as long. That was just a few minutes. Endless cats, man. I'm running low on big hooks. I didn't bring very many. And other tackle, whatever. So I might just switch over to my small rig. Eventually, trying to get it set up there. This guy is feisty, man. Woo-wee. This guy's got some attitude, for sure. Oh. Serious attitude. It's a small guy though. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you get small ones with tons of attitude. Fight way harder in a medium-sized one, you know. They don't feel as heavy. They just thrash all over the place. A real pale guy. I don't know why, but he has a really blunt nose. It's a 27. Trying the front pool again with the livers now. So far the action with these livers is nowhere near what the rotten chicken was earlier. I think I'm also thinning them out of that back pool too. It's part of the problem, I'm guessing. I don't have any more rotten chicken to do a fair test, but whatever. Still taking them longer to find the chicken liver, I think. Ah, shoot, don't go out there, don't go out there. That tree just floated in, I don't want them to get stuck in that. That tree's been there all day. I don't want them to get stuck in that either. I don't want to hork them either, though. Shoot. Stay out of there. There we go, got him. That was close. That was really close. I think it was basically under it. Mine's getting chewed up a little from all the rocks and whatever though, so I gotta take it easy. It might be a decent one. Look kind of thick. Definitely don't want to hork him. Looks like a... No, he's not that big. He's okay though. Can't get down there. Oh, there we go. Yeah. In every color today. A little bit fatter than the other ones. Just 26.5 though. Not terribly long. There's one. Switching back and forth between pools. Thinning them out, I think. Either that or the liver just doesn't smell much. And they're not finding it very fast. Or they don't like it. One or the other. Seems like they kind of like it, for sure. I mean, it isn't that slow. Hit every 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just slow compared to the chicken breast. I wanted to show you something though. Look at my catfish knuckles from them biting me when I grab them. Just like bass thumb, that's how you know you had a good day of catfishing, I guess. Unless you wear gloves. Then you wouldn't know. Another catfish. Freaking yellow jackets keep landing on the rod in my arms and stuff because there's chicken liver juice and stuff, you know, meat juice all over it. They've been doing that for days now. You know, whenever I come down. Obviously. Not when I get home. Oh man. Yep, another channel cat. On the chicken liver. Oops. Stay that way. There we go, gotcha. Alright, she's dead on 27. Another decent one. Yep, another catfish. I don't know if you can see them, but look at all the flies drifting around in the air. I don't know if they're mayflies or some other type of fly. I don't really know. They're really white. They have a long wispy tail. There's tons of them. So many they're getting on the line. Oh yeah, we got a feisty one. Try and walk towards them. There's tons of them over here. It's like all these white guys floating around in the wind. I don't know where they came from. Haven't seen them all day. Another catfish. Just endless catfish. They just keep moving up, you know. Could do this for days probably until the floodwaters recede. You just keep getting catfish for days. is a real skinny guy. Super skinny, just over 25. Like 25 and a quarter. Thunderstorms are moving in. That was a pretty big fish over there that just breached. A lot bigger than these catch I'm catching. Carp or something. I've seen some weird fish in here breach before that I just don't know what they are. I know a lot about fish, I just not sure what they are. Some guesses, but I don't know. That one might have been a carp though. It was sort of gray. This cat's tiny, man. This is the smallest cat of the day. I can lift this one. It's that tiny. As long as he doesn't freak out on me. Super tiny cat. Chicken liver monster. It's a hair over 18. There we go. Another small guy on the chicken liver. Just rained a lot. Storm passed through. Got all wet. I don't know, the T-storms might be following it. It's pretty dark. You know, they might just roll up any minute here. So I might have to quit. Yeehaw. It's around 24 3/4.
Holy shit.
Wow. I just went completely under there. There we go. Hopefully the audio's okay because I just fell in the water and water got in the mic. I tried to dry it off though. I'm gonna leave soon because it's getting dark and no one likes a night video. Still a trickle of them flowing in though. Been some good catfishing, man. Make sure I don't hork this guy. It's easy to get excited after a long day of catfishing. Think you can hork them in just because you're catching so many and whatever. You're really gotta be mindful of what pound line you're using. I mean, you can hork them in if you're using really strong line, but I'm not. This is probably 20-pound test. And current like this, when they do a tail swish, even a small one like a 7-8 pounder will still, or even a real small one like a 4 or 5 pounder, they can still break your line with a good tail swish sometimes, especially if you're getting some abrasions or your knot's old. Yeah, a decent one, I suppose, small. Right around 25.